Hey.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Intern Top 5. This is the podcast where the interns at Explora discuss topics in an order of our ranking top 5 list. And on that, we talk about various things. And today we are doing top 5 purchases. So we're going to put ourselves out there on this one. And yeah, I'm Sean, the host, and followed by...
I'm Xavier.
And I'm Clarissa.
And yeah, so we're going to get rolling into this. Anyone want to go first?
Top 5 purchases.
Top 5 purchases.
Okay. My number 5, if I can find it. Okay.
Your least expensive?
My least expensive out of my most expensive things.
Yeah.
Is my AirPods.
AirPods. Ooh,
AirPods.
Okay.
How much were your AirPods?
They were $215 because I got the AirPod Pros.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I love them. They, they're teeny tiny, and it feels weird saying that this is $200 because
It's so small.
I could throw this and completely lose it for $200, and that's way too much money.
No.
Yep.
The thing about that is I've actually had to replace one
Oh no!
because I broke one of these and it stopped working. And when you replace it, you can go online and find it. Try to go to the least sketchy website as you can. Don't go to Apple; it won't work.
Yeah.
But you can buy one replacement. Yeah, it's called therightAirPod.com, and you can buy one AirPod Pro, and it's like $75.
Huh.
Yeah. So if your
That's
case is
still
good,
pretty expensive for
That's-
one.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a Pro. It's like
I mean, I
the
guess.
like
Well,
I mean, they're AirPods are weird. They're gym. So there's actually this is the third gen does noise canceling. No, like a weird like shape. I'm different.
huh, I don't know. At one point, lost it. Out of make because night, I guess. I look around. Where is
Like
Pods. They fell out of my right, and they fell out of my again.
That's a shame. That's how much were those? Those were like 180.
150.
I don't remember.
Now they're like 120. Pretty dirt cheap. Get it?
Dirt. Yeah, $120. Super cheap. Oh, God, I'm
Okay.
so poor. But what's your number 5?
My number 5 is my computer. Actually, my first computer I ever bought, a little laptop.
Yeah.
It was around like $300, a little under. And I just got it for school. It was touchscreen. I loved it. 15-inch display. Didn't know much about computers, but I needed it for college, and it was useful.
Yeah.
And then I fell on it, and it broke. Yeah, and so it's dead now. Rest in peace.
Can I ask how you fell on it?
Scooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was on campus at college in UNM, and I was riding my scooter because I had like free time, and I had it in my back, and my little backpack has like a slot for it, where it's like it leans against my back so I can feel it.
Right.
Kind of annoying, but I was going off like a little it was like this tall,
Ledge.
like a ledge. But you know how sidewalks kind of have like a drop off sometimes? It was one of those,
Oof.
and I fell backwards right on my back, right on the backpack, and it cracked the screen. And since it's touch screen display, it
Yeah.
like thinks I'm tapping on it all the time, and so I can't do anything.
Oh.
And it just turns black slowly, and so now it just like sits in my room. And
You still have it?
yeah, well, what do I do? It's like a perfectly good computer, just the screen's cracked. That's all that's wrong with it.
You could replace the screen.
Yeah, I could, but that's money.
That is money. You could get a new computer with that money.
I did get a
probably.
new computer already, and it's
Yeah.
better. So
Hmm.
I upgraded, and I'll probably like sell this one or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's 300
Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad
for a laptop.
for a laptop.
My least expensive on my most expensive purchases would be my subscriptions. I spend about $60 a month between Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, Hulu, Spotify, that kind of stuff. Crunchyroll.
How long have you had those for?
I've had Spotify since I was in like 7th grade. I used to
Wow.
use Spotify all the time, and I didn't mind the ads. And then for my birthday, my best friend got me a gift card for premium. I couldn't go back.
You can't go back, man.
I liked it a little bit too much.
It's
It's kind of addicting.
It's
really
sold
is?
in. You
I've
can,
had
like-
it since then, but thankfully, all of my subscriptions except Crunchyroll have a student plan,
Oh yeah,
so you don't have to pay full price for it.
that is nice.
So I think Spotify is normally like $10 a month, which really isn't that bad. But I only pay like, I don't know, $5 maybe.
Yeah.
And you get Hulu and one other thing with it. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's like Paramount or something. I don't know.
Something.
I
don't
can never
remember
figure
what
out
it
how to
is.
get the Hulu account for free with the
You have to like
whole
sign
student
in
thing.
through it. Like
It's a whole hassle.
it's kind of a it's kind of a hassle the first time, but then it's okay.
Dang, you'll have to show me how.
Okay.
Because I want Hulu, but I just didn't know how. I do have the like $5 thing though for
Yeah.
Spotify.
The student plan.
No, we stand student plans.
Student plan.
Also, because in the beginning they give you like X amount of months free. So like Amazon Prime, when you convert to student Amazon Prime, they give you 6 months free,
Wow.
and then it's I don't know $7 or $8 after that.
That's nice. Well, yeah. Okay, so my
Number 4.
number 4 is my vehicle registration. So I have a whole thing about this. The other day I got pulled over because my vehicle registration was apparently out of date, and the cop comes up to my window and is like, "Hey, your registration's out of date." I'm like, "Oh, when did it?" And it went out of date 2021 of January.
Nice.
So it's been like at least a year,
Almost a year and a half.
almost a year and a half, and nobody stopped me. No one's told me. So I had to go through a whole process. I had to go to Jiffy Lube, get a emissions check, change my oil,
Yep.
and that alone was $100. Then I had to go to the DMV, get my registration, all that done, and that was $100. And then, eventually all of it came out to $300 because cars are expensive and make me cry.
Oh, they are. It's so annoying.
Gas makes me want to cry right now.
Gas.
I'm
Oh
just
my
glad I'm not in
goodness.
California.
The
If I
other-
had to pay $10 for a gallon of gas, I think I would cry.
I
Wow.
can't believe that, man. I paid $50 the other day to fill up my tank, and that's cheap. Like,
That is really
I'm-
cheap. I
I'm
pay, like,
almost on
70,
empty
80.
right now,
Yeah.
and I think I'm gonna have to pay like $60 for full tank.
Full tank for me is like, geez, like $70.
my car
But
only
we also
holds.
have cars that
Yeah,
probably get a little bit better gas mileage.
my car
than an
holds
Mine
SUV.
gets really
12
good gas
gallons.
mileage.
12 gallons.
Well, mine holds
32
16.
to the mile.
That was 16 gallons.
Yeah, 32 miles. To
I
the
think
gallon,
mine
sorry.
is 10 gallons, maybe 12
Oh,
gallons.
okay.
I don't really
Makes
know.
sense. I have
What's
more
your
gallons.
What's your mileage though?
It's like 28, 29.
I don't know how to calculate that because I've calculated how many miles I can go on a full tank.
Well,
But I also can't like measure it based on like the trip. You know
Yeah.
how like most people like trip it and
That's
see.
what I do.
I can't do that. My trip thing is broken.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, some cars have
Rip.
the mileage on it. My
Yeah,
car
mine
just
does
has
not.
the
mine's an 07, so
yeah.
it doesn't have any of that.
You can, if you divide how many miles you went on a full tank, you can divide that by 16 and then get miles per gallon.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how that works. Yeah.
That's no way.
Yeah, that's how that works, Sean.
25 divided by 16. Oh, I guess 21.
21.
Yeah, rough estimate.
That's not great, but
Yeah, it is, bro. The
21
truck I used
well,
to drive was
okay,
like
yeah.
13.
yeah, I guess you do drive a pretty big car.
It's an SUV, but like that's really good gas mileage, and it's a Honda, so
My uncle just got like a nice car. He got a Camaro,
wow.
like a 2017, almost brand new. 18 miles to a gallon.
That's
Yeah.
not good.
He probably goes fast a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But
Camaros, those are best cars. I mean, they're cool and all, but
Yeah.
Chevy isn't the way to go.
Not the way. Yeah. I don't know. Nissan Sentra.
Sentra, ah,
Sentra.
not sponsored. Number 4, my fourth least expensive or most expensive thing is probably games. Online games. Yeah, I've spent.
Yeah.
I've calculated it like roughly 400 on just games and like COD and Fortnite, Clash of Clans. What's another one? There's this one, Pokemon Go. Oh, I used to spend like more than like a quarter of my paycheck just on that game a month.
Yeah.
It got bad. So now it's better. I don't spend that much anymore. But that's a
Yeah.
running total.
I spend a lot of money on games.
It sucks. You tell yourself like, no, I can live without it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see all this cool stuff and they just get you, those marketers.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
Fall.
ever spent like actual money on a game.
Like
Other
to
than, like,
buy
buying the game itself.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But like I haven't actually
Yeah.
like buying a skin or anything like that. I've
No.
never.
Yeah. No. That's a waste.
It's a big waste.
I'm not attacking you, Sean, I promise.
Yes, you are.
So my
Just
number
love it.
4 is a really big jump in prices. But it includes figures, plushies, and dolls. I collect a lot of different things, and those are some of them. I estimate about $800 between them all, but I have roughly 15 figures.
Yeah.
I have 5 or 6 of the like collectible dolls, and then I have a problem with squishmallows,
Ooh.
but specifically only axolotls.
Axolotls. Yeah.
But it means when I see it, I kind of need it. I was in a box lunch the other day. I didn't buy it. I rationalized I didn't buy it. But they had a ginormous like galaxy print axolotl,
What?
Yeah.
and it was $125, and I was
Oh
like,
my goodness.
I love it. It was bigger than I was. I was like,
Wow.
I need it. And then I was like, what am I going to do with that? I don't have room for it. So
Oh.
instead I rationalized and I bought one that was like this big instead for
Uh-huh.
like $15.
Was it Galaxy print?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was the same thing. It was just little.
Yeah.
So I spend a fair amount there, but I get a lot of them through like claw machines. So I can't like actually estimate like a real price on it. Like, you
Yeah.
know, I can tell you like, yeah, I spend like maybe $30 in credits every time I go, but I also get like 5 or 6 things out of the claw machines. So
you like
Where at?
actually get stuff?
yeah, I'm
where?
really good at claw machines.
Where?
But the unconventional ones, the ones at round one.
The unconventional.
Oh, round one.
Yeah, so
What?
like the ones that are like actual like claw machines, I don't like those. But the ones that's like pick up a ping pong ball and drop it into the muffin tin where the sticker is. Or
What?
like push this box off the cliff.
Is
What about the
or-
cut the rope one?
Like those kinds of ones
The
I'm really, really
Keymaster?
good at. I'm bad at Keymaster.
Oh.
Because those ones are too like
yeah, Keymaster?
too
you,
technical.
Those are
You have to be
insane.
like exactly
Has to
perfect.
be.
And I
People
can't.
put shoes in those, like
I
can't do that.
expensive shoes.
It's practically a scam. I
Yeah.
mean,
So a lot of the like big claw machines at like big companies like Round One are kind of scams because they put ones that are way too soft.
yeah.
So they're either like too squishy or the material that they're made out of is too slippery
Yeah.
to actually pick up. So I go for the more unconventional ones because you literally can't mess it up and they're fairly easy to grab.
Like
Yeah.
what?
Okay.
So they have some that they're called, I think they're called UFO clips. So instead of having 4 claws when it goes down to grab, it just has 2. And so those ones are really, really easy to win. There's some that it like sticks it on a, like it's like a plush hook, I guess. And the goal is to like knock it off the hook and into the hole. Those ones are fairly easy. They have some with boxes that you like push the box off the ledge.
I've never seen those.
Like bowling pins that you like, it's like a hole and you got like a little stick and you got to push the bowling pin through the hole.
Huh.
Like those
Very
ones are
technical.
really, really easy.
There's whole science.
Yeah,
behind
it sounds
Yeah,
super
it's
easy.
it's not that bad.
Claw
So
machine advice with Clarissa.
For real. Just went in depth.
yeah, just don't go for actual normal claw machines. Those
Like
are
the ones that
those are money traps.
Skatomania.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are money traps. Don't do it.
They
Money pit.
are. They really are. And you're like, I won't be defeated by.
I could
Claw
do. I
machine.
could do. It's so easy.
They also have
Yeah.
some that kind of remind me. I don't know if you've ever played the arcade game. It's called Pop the Lock, where it's like you have to get it
Yeah.
on the certain like thing to like switch it back the other direction.
Yeah, you go.
It, like
doom,
it gives you
doom,
like a
doom. Combination.
color, and it's like you have to hit it on that color, and if you don't hit it, then you miss it, right? And then you lose the game.
Oh.
Right, so it's like it'll give you like a yellow square and a square of like all blues, right?
Right,
And you
yeah.
have to hit the yellow one, and then it bounces back the other way, and it gives you a new one, and then by the end you're getting in like 2 apart, and you just have to keep going, and if you miss it, you lose the game. And so they have some claw machines that are kind of like that too. So got an axolotl out of that one yesterday, actually.
Wow.
And then they have some that are like conveyor belts. So they have like a little mark that goes back and forth on like 5 or 6 conveyor belts. And they'll put something on it, and then you stop it at the one you want, and it scoots it forward. So those ones are easier to win than the actual claw machines, because actual claw machines are money grabs.
Yeah.
But the ones that are kind of unconventional, you can actually win things out of.
Yeah. The only claw machine I've ever won anything out of are those rubber ducky ones, because the rubber duckies are so cheap that they're not going to try and scam you on them. So
Yeah.
you just, yeah. It's,
I've gotten half of my figures out of claw machines.
yeah.
Probably about half of my plushes out of claw machines, and then usually if I go with someone, we'll just take turns like reloading the card, and we'll just go between the two of us, and we'll get like 10 or 12 things between the two of us.
For how much money?
Like maybe $80 max,
That's like,
but that's like splitting between the two of us. So each of us would only
Oh,
pay
okay.
40, and we walk away with like,
so that's like
I
10
guess so.
bucks a little thing.
yeah, and that's cheaper than you would pay for it like if you got it in like a
guess so.
store.
But that's on a winning day, right? That's on like a day you
That's a
were
good day.
getting them good.
Yeah, I've only had one day where like I was doing really, really bad at it, and we reloaded the card once with me and once with him, and we just couldn't get it. And the round 1 employee saw us there, and he was like, "You've been here a little too long.
No
I'm
way.
just gonna give it to you.
Really?
You've spent enough money that you should get it. You're fine."
What?
I thought you were
Because-
going to say he cut you off.
No,
Yeah.
like what happened was like we were doing one of the ones with you pick up this ping pong ball and you drop it into a muffin tin, and some of them are like you have to land it on 1 sticker, and some of them you have to land it on 2 stickers. This for both the one I wanted and the one my friend wanted, we had to land it on 3 stickers, and it was like they didn't even put it in an actual muffin tin. It was just like I don't know how to explain it, kind of like a fence.
Fence?
Yeah, like that's the best way I could explain it. It was like little squares, right?
Okay.
And it was like 1 square was painted different, and you had to land it in 3 of the different painted colored squares. But because it wasn't in a muffin tin, and it was in like the fence type thing anyway, it wouldn't bounce the way they normally do in the muffin tin. And so they would just stack on top of each other. So I had put like 3 bowls of ping pong balls into the figure like box for both of them, and it wouldn't land on them because they were just making like a mountain.
Ugh.
And he was like, "This is fine."
Oh man, yeah. Well, my number 3 is car stuff, but not the conventional kind of car stuff. So, in my car, I keep a lot of supplies for emergency situations. So I have a suitcase in there for any time I need to stay over at someone's house or something.
That's pretty smart.
But I also have a duffel bag, and it has like chairs and pillows and towels and stuff in case I need to go swimming somewhere. Couldn't like just spontaneously.
Okay.
I also have
Plush pull-in.
a couple toolboxes full of like random tools. So like,
But I feel like that's normal for a car.
If you know how to use them.
well, but they're not car tools. They're just
Random.
tools.
What?
Well, sometimes you need them.
Yeah, no, but
I have like a tool set in my car as well.
yeah, I get
When have you ever used these tools?
never.
exactly.
But I just have them in my car.
It
you know,
could be
in case.
useful, Sean.
And then I
Okay.
have a box with, I call it my medication box. So it has ibuprofens and
Okay.
Band-Aids and all that, and
First aid.
First
First-
aid, yeah.
first aid stuff. And but then I also have a first aid kit,
Oh,
and I have a baseball bat in case
I also have a baseball bat.
in case I spontaneously need to play baseball.
yeah.
I have footballs and soccer balls and baseballs in there.
What?
Sometimes you just need things to do when you go to the park.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have extra suit shirts, ties, and jackets in case I spontaneously need to look fancy.
Of course you do.
And what else do I have in there? I have a box that just has dollar bills in it for and a bunch of change and gift cards for like Chick-fil-A and stuff in case I need to pay tolls, you know? Like, you know,
Yeah, you're just gonna go on like a giant
Why
adventure
are
by
you
yourself.
so invested in paying tolls if we don't have tolls here?
we do have tolls. We have tolls if you go up to some of the mountains, like some of the hiking trails, you have to pay tolls to go in there. Some of
I didn't
the
know that.
fishing spots,
Oh, okay. Fishing makes sense.
you have to pay
That would make
tolls. Parking sometimes, there's tolls for parking.
But do you have fishing rods?
Not in my car.
See, then why do you carry it?
That's what you're
Why do you
missing.
carry your
fishing,
toll money?
Fishing toolbox.
Yeah.
I should have a tackle box in
Yep,
my car.
tackle box.
Tackle box
And
in
the
my
Some
car.
Yeti
fishing
cooler.
lures.
A mini fridge.
I have
Just
I,
live in your car.
Yeah.
I have the stuff to live in my car for about a week.
I like that idea. I've always thought of that. Like, I just randomly think, okay, what if I break down? I
Yeah.
don't have a spare, and somehow my phone's dead and my battery. Like, what if everything just falls apart?
Yeah.
I could just leave it in my car, right? But I won't have anything.
Yeah. No,
And
I-
Yeah, I have a spare
I'll-
tire. I have a tool bag. I have a first aid kit. I have a bunch of extra sweatshirts. I kind of hoard sweatshirts. I love sweatshirts. Like
Dude, sweater
hoodies,
weather?
like
Yeah.
favorite
Sweater
thing
weather.
ever. And so I have like 3 or 4 extras in my car, and that's also in case my
Yeah.
passengers are like, dude, it's freezing in here, because I get cold a lot. So
Yeah.
I kind of make the assumption other people might as well. So I have a couple of extra sweatshirts, and then I have a lot of different things that are like specific to my car. So I have like engine coolant
Yeah.
and different stuff like that, because my car just kind of like spontaneously is just like, I know we had full coolant yesterday, it's empty.
I
So
feel like your coolant might be leaking.
no, but it's fine. It'll go for like 6 or 8 months with no problems, and it's just like empty.
Oh, okay. I see.
We
Wow.
were full yesterday. Okay.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. No, I mean,
sometimes you just gotta have spontaneous stuff in your car.
yeah.
You
No.
gotta pay that.
My friends will get mad at me because they'll be like, oh, we should go do something. I'll be like, cool, yeah, I have all the stuff to do that. Like,
Jeez.
and they're like, why do you just carry your house in your car? No, yeah. The other day, they have a pool in their yard, and they were like, oh, let's go hop in the pool. Do you need a swimsuit or something? And I was like, no, I got that. And I pulled out my towel and my swimsuit and my goggles.
Wow.
And I was like,
That fits in your little
boom.
car?
yeah, no, my
That's
trunk is big.
insane.
Car trunks are way bigger than they look.
Yeah.
I don't have a trunk. I have like a SUV trunk, so it's like exposed, you know.
You have just the,
I
the
can
back of
fit
your
way
car.
more
A
than I
hatch.
ever thought I could in my trunk.
Yeah. I just condensed it all down recently.
Because I
made
think
it
I think
more
we would
clean.
have the same size of trunk, except yours is like vertical, ours is horizontal. So we have a
Maybe.
little bit more space because you can't really stack things as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can fit bigger things though, like a bike and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
scooter and spike ball set and air mattress pump and
I've fit skis in there.
what?
Yeah.
No way.
I think the biggest thing I've ever fit in my car was a 6-foot flagpole. Except I had to like put down one of the back seats and I like
Yeah,
shoved
yeah.
it through the trunk.
Oh,
You have to
yeah,
put
you
the
have that
back
hole?
seat down
Yeah.
and then
Wow.
it sticks through. But
So what's like
can
the
make do.
price on that?
total, probably like $500 to $600 of stuff in the back of my car.
I'm surprised you don't carry like emergency rations with the way you have like food storage at Explora.
I do.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I did,
Okay.
but So I found this really neat cooler, kind of picnic cooler thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was at a thrift store. It was $1,
What?
and it comes
Nice.
with utensils and plates and forks and I said utensils, but like cups.
Yeah.
And it's like for camping, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I filled that with food, but you can't fill it with good food. So it's all like dollar store chips and whatnot.
I mean, you could fill it with like granola bars.
Non-perishable stuff.
Yeah. Cans.
Well, granola bars, candy, all that melts, especially with the heat right now.
It's
So-
been getting hot.
So
Yeah.
it all melted,
Get non-melting stuff.
but non-melting stuff.
Get like
isn't
non-chocolate
healthy
granola bars.
stuff.
True. What makes it healthy is that it's melting.
No.
You don't technically
If it
need
melts,
chocolate
then
in
it's
your
like
granola
really
bar.
good. If
Well,
you have food that
it's-
can withstand like a
It's just
nuclear bomb, then it probably has a lot of bad things for you.
I mean, true.
Yeah, no. So
So if it melts, it's a
And-
good sign. It's good for you.
any good food that I can put in my car, I can't keep there. I would have to change out frequently, and I don't want to do
Yeah.
that. So
What about like trail mix and peanuts and stuff like that?
the
be
trail
good,
mix,
but
the
it would go
M&Ms
stale.
are gonna.
Yeah, then don't get those ones.
Those are the only good ones.
It's rations. That's what it is.
I don't know. It's
Keep MREs in your car.
Yeah,
MREs.
oh no. What about a tent? You don't have a tent?
tent. I don't have a tent. I don't need.
Do you have
I
one of
a
those
car.
thermal blankets? The like
I have
the like silver ones that are like reflective, but they're like heat.
I don't have.
You know what
Thermal,
I'm talking about?
I don't have thermal blankets. I have regular blankets and pillows.
And towels.
So if I need to sleep in my car, I can.
I have a poncho.
Have you ever had to?
I do have ponchos in my car. No. Well, yes, I have.
Wow.
Because I stayed at a friend's house, and that friend's house is really, really messy. And I was basically sleeping on, imagine this chair,
Yeah.
but leaning back a little bit more.
That's terrible.
That's what I was trying to sleep on all night. And
That's a little uncomfy.
I was like, and
And they didn't even give you a blanket.
no, yeah. So eventually I just went to my car and was like, wow, this is so much better.
I bet.
Yeah, but all that comes out to about $500, $600, and it's not even useful stuff. It's just
It's just there.
Yeah.
it's just a lot of random stuff that sometimes you might need.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
No.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what hoarders
technically,
say.
that's what hoarders say.
All right. Let's see. My number 3. It's kind of simple. My scooter.
Scooter.
Yeah, I spent like $350 on it. It's like a pro scooter. It's like those like, good quality, like name brand from a scooter shop. Scooters. So
Like
it's not no
Razor?
Razor. Not no Razor. Don't ever. No.
But that's name brand, isn't it?
It's Walmart brand.
Really? That's
No,
what
I'm just kidding.
Hall-
It's not Walmart brand. It's something that reminds me of Walmart. And like those scooters are terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good for kids, but I like use it like harshly at a skate park, and I do crazy stuff on it. So I need one that will not snap and hurt me really bad if it breaks.
One
It
that's
needs to
not
be
gonna
tough and
not
yeah.
gonna throw you on your back and break your computer.
It did that. It did do that, but it didn't break.
Oh, okay.
It was still good, and it was almost the same price as the computer. But which one broke and which one didn't? You know. But yeah,
I don't think those are comparable.
yeah. I don't think
Oh,
scooters are.
But okay.
It's really good. It's quality, and I'm glad I got it. It's like
Happy with it?
I use it a lot.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I'll probably like after today we're done recording and stuff. I'll probably do that.
I need a skateboard. I need to practice my skateboarding.
Skateboarding.
Yeah, I finally did an ollie the other day. I was so proud of myself.
I hate skateboarding.
What?
Terrible.
It's fun.
I don't have
some
the
people like it.
coordination skills
Yeah.
to do any kind of
For the who?
coordination.
Oh,
Like I
As-
can't.
As probably the most coordinated person ever.
You are?
It comes
Says someone who
naturally
trips
to
over
me.
thin air. Okay.
and you don't have a
Thin air.
skateboard in your car?
No, you can't keep a skateboard in your car. It
It'll
breaks
melt.
It,
You know, you actually
No, it-
can't keep books in your car because the spines melt.
oh,
I don't own books, so that's good.
I don't know.
Yeah, so don't keep a book in your car.
Yeah.
You'll ruin your book.
What about the manual?
The car manual.
I mean,
It's
I
gonna
think that
melt.
one's meant to be in your car though, so
Oh.
it's a little more.
Some if they have staples.
It doesn't.
Okay.
It's soft.
Well,
And your number 3?
number 3.
Yeah. So my number 3, I have an extremely large Funko Pop collection. I've been collecting for years. I promise I won't spend all this in like 2 months. That would be outrageous.
How many years?
I've been collecting Funko Pops since probably like 5th or 6th grade. So I've been collecting them for
Like 2 years?
yeah, thanks, Sean. Thanks.
No, just kidding.
Like 8 or 9 years.
Sheesh. Okay, yeah. It's
I estimate that I have about $1,000 in Funko Pops, but I also have around 100 Funko Pops, so it kind of evens out. Like,
keep those on shelves and stuff.
yeah.
Are any of them worth like more than what you bought them for?
I've gotten a couple. So I got a Luna Lovegood and a Katsuki Bakugo that were both San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. I've never been to San Diego Comic-Con. I went to a collectible store one time, and it was just like on the shelf, and I was like, I'm gonna buy that. And so like some of those ones, I bought them for maybe $50 because when they're like San Diego exclusives, they're a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
But now they're almost $300 in value. So
Yeah. You were gonna sell them?
Yeah, what's your plan
No.
with them? Just collect them?
yeah,
Like-
collect them, and then if I ever like grow out of it, then probably sell them.
In a pinch.
Yeah,
You won't
or
give
if
them to
something
like the next like
if something
generation?
happens,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah.
like I get into a car accident, like
Gotta
maybe I'm
sell
gonna
my
need
Funko Pop collection.
some money.
Yeah.
Yeah. My number 2 are Anime Expo, Comic Con.
What's that?
Like
Nerd-
and just money spent they about like 7. I also lumped it, and tickets kind of go to
Bus ticket. Yeah. Yeah.
Save up on whenever they
like
I went to one and went to one April 2 or something like that.
Wow.
Once I go to the 1.5 now. Pretty much every month to like
I mean, even though
time.
You gotta go with
I don't want to
friends,
get
though.
addicted.
Yeah,
Go
you
with
have to
friends.
go with friends. Otherwise, that's really not fun.
It's
like if
kinda
you go by
boring.
yourself, you're just like, yay.
Ooh, that's cool.
But like if you go with friends, you have a lot more fun.
Yeah. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is actually my phone. I spent like $700 on the iPhone 11,
Yeah.
and so
Only
I think it was
700?
marketed down. Yeah, they're usually more, right?
Well, no, I guess that makes sense. When did you buy it?
Oh, like a year ago.
Yeah, I think because like the newer ones are like 1,000, but I think the 11 is that sounds about right.
Yeah, I think it was more expensive then because that's when the 12 had just came out, and so they kind of like dwindle in price after the new one comes out. But
Yeah.
this one I got on like a good deal, and I had an Android before, so I was like, yeah, let's just do it. So me and my sister got a really good deal with Verizon. You know, sometimes they text you with good deals, and it was one.
Yeah.
Like a trade in and then get it the 11. So we did that. The trade-in value of the old phone was like $20.
Oh, yeah. That's
It was terrible. I hate Android. It was terrible. And then it was like one of my first expensive purchases.
Wow. I
Having
need
adult money.
I need to replace my phone. It's been
Really?
acting kind of weird. And
Like what?
I don't know. Just the charging has been kind of slow. And so I've
Maybe
been,
you need to replace your battery.
How long have you
What's
had
your
it?
battery health at?
no, it's not the battery, it's the
Port.
port.
Oh.
It's leaking.
It's not, what?
No, there's a thing like you can see if you're losing power somewhere. Like you never seen those TikToks where like they show you on the board inside where like you can see what's using power when the phone is turned off and it's like messed up.
I'm not going to take my phone apart for that.
You don't have to. You can take it to someone. It'll
Um,
probably be cheaper than buying a new one.
You should check your actual battery health though.
Yeah,
'cause-
check
Well-
your battery health.
But if I trade this in, this is a 10.
Oh, that's a 10?
So
That's an 11.
I'm pretty sure it's a. Oh wait,
I
no,
think
yeah.
Dude, we have the same.
Sorry, I'm
it's
dumb.
an 11.
It is 11, but I could trade this in for a 13
Oh, okay.
and get $700 off.
Yeah, then yeah,
so I'm
that's
gonna
a
do
good deal.
that.
I'm
yeah.
still vibing over here with the 7.
Holy cow, the 7.
Yeah.
So, trying to trade
Okay, that's
that
not
in,
bad.
You'll get $40 maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's good when they come up with new updates that make your phone better, even though it's like old but not really.
Well, Apple
But
kind of got
sometimes
into a
the
thing
updates-
where the updates kind of just break the old phone so that you
Yeah.
have to buy a new phone.
They force you to
Oh.
upgrade it. So like
Yeah.
the more
Not yet,
updates they
apparently.
do, the like harder it is for my phone to do like basic tasks.
Yeah, that's
Like sometimes I'll open Snapchat and it glitches beyond belief. And I'm like, alrighty, thank you.
a lot of people get mad at Apple for that.
How long
But
have you guys
Yeah.
had your phones?
2 years?
2?
Yeah,
3 years?
3?
2. Is that right?
Yeah, because I got the
that's right.
7 when the 11 came out.
Oh, wow. You got the 11 when the
Yeah.
12 came out.
I don't remember when I got it, but I think it was like 2 years.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is books.
Books.
Wow,
So like manga, books,
Don't keep those in
all
your
that kind of
car.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't put them in your car. It'll ruin your books.
Yeah,
Also,
you-
books on tape, don't put that in your car either. CDs, don't do it. Bad for your CDs. Don't do it.
Oh, that would mount for sure.
Yeah.
So I spend a lot on books because if you take the estimation that, you know, a paperback book is like $12, I probably have 600 or 700 books
Where?
in my house. I have a bookshelf.
You have a house?
In
I do not have my own house, but at the
In
house
your
I live
dorm?
in.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
home.
Yes,
Okay,
like
I
my
was
house
like-
house. Not at my dorm. I don't have that much room in my dorm.
Okay,
I take maybe like 10 or 12 when I go to my dorm. And
you switch them out.
that suffices me through the semester usually because
Wow.
I get too busy to read all the time.
will you keep them in your room or just in?
Yeah. So I have 2 bookshelves in my room and then one like right outside of my room. And I double stack them all because I have too many books.
I'm imagining
So
your 3 bookshelves plus all your Funko Pops.
my Funko Pops are stacked on top of my dresser, so it works out. It's okay.
And those all fit in your dorm, right?
No. I fit like half of them in my dorm. I have about half
You
there.
bring them to your dorm?
I have about half.
Really?
I use them as decoration. Otherwise, my dorm looks sad.
My dorm.
Do you know how empty they are?
If I had a dorm,
Looks
it
like a
would look
prison
so
cell.
sad.
It looks like a prison cell. Like I need something to like liven my life up down there.
One of those
Sakura
cat
was so
posters.
boring. I need something. So
Okay, yeah. I can
I've
see
been like decorating mainly with like I have a Harley Quinn poster. So I have that, and then I got a couple of like art portfolios because I buy a lot of prints at Comic-Con, which I'll talk about later. But I'll like put those in the print portfolios, and I'll use those as decoration, and I can like change them.
Okay.
And that was,
That's my number 2 for Funko Pops. They're
and that's,
or for books, I estimate that that's about $3,000 to $4,000. I've been buying books since I was 6.
I bought all these books yesterday.
oh my goodness.
No.
Wow.
My number 1 is my computer stuff, and that's going to include my computer, my monitors, my Steam games.
Okay.
All of that comes out to about 2,000. The computer itself was only like 800, but then plus I have a quad monitor setup.
What?
Yeah.
4?
4 monitors. It's really
goodness.
awesome.
That's wild.
It's really nice. I got them all at thrift stores though, so it's, it wasn't super expensive, but it was like 200.
And they
200
work
bucks.
well for being thrifted?
Yeah, no, they work just fine.
What?
Thrifting is wonderful.
Thrifting
But I
is
don't-
wonderful.
I feel like it's becoming so mainstream you can't find anything anymore.
Honestly,
That's true.
that's true, yeah. But the wires to connect the computer to the monitors were more expensive than the monitors.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because I had to go find special ones because my graphics card is, it was a whole thing. But so all that came out to about 1,000. And then in just Steam games, I own about $1,000 worth of Steam games.
How many
Wow.
games do you think you own?
80 to 120.
Okay.
What?
That's
a
a
big
that's
gap.
a fairly big library though.
I have a large library, yeah. No, I
I
also,
only buy on clearance from Steam. Like when they're like, you have a item on your wish list that's
Yeah.
like decreased in price. I'm like, my time to shine.
I wish I did that. No, but it's just like I'll spontaneous because my friend group will be like, oh yeah, well we're gonna play Fallout 76,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
and then we all buy Fallout 76, and then we never have time to play it. And
Bruh.
so I have a bunch of unplayed games on there that are like $60, and I'm like,
Jeez.
"Aw."
That's expensive. I thought Switch games were expensive. But
Switch-
for an online game?
Well, but buying it on Steam, there's no like in-game purchases, or there's not required in-game purchases. So you buy it, and that's kind of that's everything.
And
know?
you can use it like between things. So it's not like,
Yeah.
if you sell your laptop, it's not like specific to your laptop or your gaming PC or whatever. Like
yeah,
it transfers between.
that is nice and whatnot, but it's just a lot of money there.
My number one is a little different. It's actually my bike.
Your bike?
When I first bought it, yeah. It's
Are you talking about
the BMX bike.
Okay.
Yeah. The mountain bikes are way more expensive. I know. I haven't got one yet. I want one, but I have to save up a lot. It'll probably cost like as much as like a PC setup, honestly. They're
Yeah.
so expensive. But the BMX was on cheaper level. A good one. I got it from a bike store that kind of overprices, so it kind of sucked. But I was like down deep wanting a bike and impatient. So it was around $800 just for the bike. And not including all the parts and tires and bars and forks and spokes and chains and tubes and I already said spokes. The gear, like changing all the parts for it, almost changing all of it except like the frame. I didn't add all that because that's
Yeah.
probably over $1,000 for
You
sure.
think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely over $1,000 for sure because
Yeah.
you have to pay for like the maintenance and stuff sometimes. I do most of it. I try to do it myself
Yeah.
to save that money. But yeah, that's my most expensive.
Oof. So expensive. Life is so
Yeah.
expensive.
It really
real.
is.
It is.
Oh, what's your
Number one.
My number one
Number
most
one.
expensive is Comic-Con related things.
Comic-Con
So I go to almost every Comic-Con I can. I really go to almost one a month. And then, so that includes ticket prices, how much I spend on my cosplays that I go for, how much I spend on contacts, because contacts only last a year. If you use colored contacts, I know you want to use them longer than a year, don't do it.
Yeah.
I also want to use them longer than a year because I spend so much on contacts, but
Yeah.
they're bad for your eyes if you do that.
Oh,
It's like the money I spend on makeup and all of that kind of stuff, and then
Makeup.
how much I spend on the stuff that I actually buy when I'm there. So prints, posters, collectibles, figures, plushies, etc. I've been going to Comic-Cons since I was 15, I want to say. So I would estimate since then going to almost one a month since I was 15. I've
Wait,
spent
what?
about $7,000
Holy
oh my
cow.
goodness. That's a lot
I thought
of
you said
money.
you only went to 5.
this year.
This- like since January is what she said.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You didn't mention this before.
Oh,
So-
Since 15, 14. Wow.
But that's with like everything included. So that's not
Yeah,
just me
so-
saying like, oh, this is just me like going and like buying things. Like that's everything I do. So that includes all of my setup for like my social medias for cosplay and all of that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, all your cosplay stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too much money.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
All the money we spend.
I need more money, man.
But you know, if worst comes to worst, I got a lot of money to sell stuff.
Yeah, you
For real.
I got valuable items.
sell your swords. Not. Oh, yeah, it's life gets expensive sometimes.
It really
I'm not a
does.
fan.
Me either.
Especially if you
Money's-
don't want to be like a basic person.
Yeah.
You want to have like some individuality. You really got to spend money for that.
Yeah, no, I got made fun of by my friends for my shoes because I just buy Kohl's $40 shoes.
Yeah.
And like they work as shoes, but they're not stylish apparently. Which I'm like, damn. They want me to buy $60 Converse, and I'm like,
What?
That's a lot of money.
See, I'll pay that much for a pair of Converse, but I've had the same pair of Converse since like I don't know, maybe sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
see,
I wear
that's-
them until I cannot.
Yeah.
That's when your like feet don't grow though.
Yeah, that's true.
I've had to go through a lot of shoes because hopefully I think I'm at a good solid like shoe size now, but
Yeah. No, I mean, gotta keep up with style and trends and whatnot and all that. I wish we could go back to the olden days when a nickel could buy you anything you wanted.
holy cow.
I
I don't
really
think that's
like I
possible
have
at
like a
this point.
distinct
No.
memory when I
No
was
way.
little of like being at the grocery store, and I remembered like trying to buy a pack of gum, and I had like maybe $1, like
Yeah.
maybe, and it was like the first time that I had ever had like that much money, because you know at the time when you're little and you don't make money and you get $1, you're like, oh my god, I have $1, you know. And I was trying to buy a candy or a pack of gum or something like right out at the checkout lane.
Uh-huh.
Right, and I like distinctly remember like getting it, and before if I had $1 I could get like 3 or 4 of them, and then it was like I could get like 2, and I was like,
Oh no.
what do you mean I can only get 2 with my $1? You usually get more. And so it's like really weird to think now that like you can get a candy for $1.
No.
Like if you
If
think
you're lucky.
Now not
Yeah.
even
Where?
that, 'cause,
If you're lucky.
even
Not even the dollar store.
Dollar Tree is now $1.15.
$1.25
$1.25.
makes me
sorry.
so sad. I went the other day because it's a good place to get like crafting supplies.
It is.
Especially if I'm just gonna cut it up anyway. Like
Yeah.
I don't need
Poster
nice
boards
stuff,
and whatnot.
you know. And so I'll go there, and I spent like $30 at the dollar store because everything was $1.25. I was like,
Oh, it's heartbreaking, honestly. Hopefully one day inflation goes down a little bit.
I miss
Yep.
Dollar Tree. Now it's $1.25 Tree.
Yep.
I miss Dollar Tree.
Gonna miss that $1.
Ugh.
But yeah, that wraps it up. Thank you guys for joining. This was Intern Top 5 Most Expensive Purchases. And we,
If you have your own list that you want to share, feel free to throw that in the comment section of our many platforms that we're on. Sean, you want to read what platforms we're on?
yeah, we have a lot of platforms. We have like TikTok, we have TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and other ones such as you can follow us on
Twitter
Spotify,
as well.
Twitter.
We have Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Our usernames are ExploraNM and XStudioNM.
Yeah, try both of those. One of them will work.
There's a lot.
No, we post fun stuff, I think. Join us for